Tonight, across the country, the deals race is officially on. Best Buy, Toys R Us, Macy's, Walmart, Target, and Kmart, all among the retailers officially open for business right now.
I'd be slaving in the kitchen if it wasn't for this sale.
Black Friday. The very words once conjured images of pre-dawn darkness and frosty breath in the November air. Long lines of determined shoppers camped outside big box stores, trading turkey sandwiches and coffee for the chance at a doorbuster deal. Today the scene looks quite different. Instead of camping tents and crowded parking lots, we find ourselves curled up on the couch, laptop balanced on our knees, scrolling through early Black Friday online sales that started weeks ago. In 2025, Black Friday morning might mean quietly clicking add to cart with leftover pumpkin pie for breakfast. The cultural spectacle that was Black Friday was changing beyond recognition. Black Friday just isn't the same. Back in the heyday, think the late 90s and 2000s, Black Friday was nothing short of a national adrenaline rush. The day after Thanksgiving, Americans would rise in the small hours or simply never go to sleep to converge on malls and mega stores before dawn. It was an event, almost a sport. Fans of shopping ready to brave sometimes intense crowds. Metal gates rolled up and chaos ensued, like a starter pistol firing. Doors opening triggered a sprint of cart-wielding deal hunters. We've all seen the footage. Tidal waves of shoppers surging into Walmart or Target, racing down aisles as if the flat-screen TVs were finish-line trophies. In those days, enormous crowds did gather. Inside, the atmosphere was electric, and more than a little chaotic. Strangers became momentary rivals in the scramble for the last heavily discounted gadget or toy. Aisles overflowed with determined bargain hunters, and the term doorbusters sometimes became literal. There were instances of scuffles, even the rare injury in the mad dash. Retail employees would hunker down and prepare for pandemonium on this day, knowing that when those doors opened, bedlam was coming. The lucky few who snagged the limited golden ticket deals, that $10 DVD player or the $299 big screen TV, marked down from $7.99, would clutch them like trophies. Others might not be so lucky. Empty-handed shoppers could be seen wandering in a daze or regrouping to Plan B on their shopping list. It was frenzied, messy, and thrilling. Yet amid the frenzy, Black Friday had a strange charm. For many, this chaotic kickoff to the holiday season was fun. The absurdity was part of the appeal. Friends recounted war stories of how they braved the craziness or narrowly avoided a shopping cart collision. There was a camaraderie in those pre-dawn lines too. Neighbors in line would swap Thanksgiving recipes or share tips on which store had the best deal on gaming consoles. The local news crews dutifully showed up to interview the first person in line, wearing 5 layers of clothing and a victorious grin. TV reporters marveling at the dedication. Black Friday's madness was so notorious that it became a cultural phenomenon in its own right. It's ironic that this all came right after a holiday devoted to gratitude and family. Yet, year after year, the Friday after Thanksgiving reliably brought out our most determined consumer instincts. Nobody wanted to miss out on those doorbusters, no matter how long they had to wait or how wild it got. Black Friday was a retail worker's nightmare, but a die-hard shopper's dream. And for about 2 decades, the frenzy only grew. Imagine a Thanksgiving evening in the 1980s or 90s. The family has finished dessert, and now out comes the thick Thanksgiving Day newspaper, bulging with glossy ads and circulars. Back then, the newspaper was legendary. Often the biggest paper of the year, jam-packed with Black Friday deals and coupons only available in that edition. Mom, Dad, Grandma, and the kids would spread the ads on the living room floor, highlighters in hand. It was planning time. Which stores open at 6 a.m.? Who has the best price on the coveted toy or the new VCR? Game plans were drawn up like battle maps, with names like Sears, Toys R Us, Macy's, and Best Buy circled and underlined. It was a family project. In many households, Black Friday became a bonding ritual. Mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, or entire clans would rise together in the pre-dawn hours, pile into the car with a thermos of hot cocoa, and head out on their annual shopping adventure. For some, it wasn't even about buying much. It was the thrill of the experience. A father might take his teenaged kids out not just to snag deals, but to spend time together in the wild atmosphere, laughing at the absurdity of crowds playing tug-of-war over discounted video games. There was a certain warmth in those cold morning outings. It felt festive. Holiday music on the radio, maybe a pre-dawn snack of donuts while waiting in line, and a sense that you were part of something big and uniquely American. People would wish each other happy holidays or exchange knowing smiles and nods at 4:45 in the morning, as if to say, here we go again. For some families, Black Friday was almost as much of a tradition as the turkey on Thanksgiving. It was the day you hauled out the Christmas decorations, picked up a tree or new lights, often on sale, and officially started feeling the holiday spirit. Yes, it could be ridiculous. Yes, it often devolved into chaos once the doors opened. But looking back, even the chaos became a fond memory. Parents reminisce about the time they finally got their hands on that impossible-to-find toy. Tickle Me Elmo, anyone? Grown adults recall bonding with their siblings as they strategized who would run to electronics and who would head to apparel once inside. These memories are vivid. The chill in the air before sunrise, the smell of cinnamon rolls at the mall food court, mingling with winter's crisp air every time the door slid open. Black Friday in its golden age was as much about the stories and traditions as it was about the discounts. It was a cultural event, the Olympics of shopping, the Super Bowl of retail, and for a while, it truly felt like a nationwide shared experience kicking off the holiday season. But like all traditions, Black Friday was bound to evolve. As the 2000s rolled into the 2010s, subtle changes began to creep in. Stores opened even earlier. 5 a.m. became 4 a.m., then midnight openings became common, and eventually some stores even dared to open on Thanksgiving Day itself, prompting as much controversy as excitement. The race for the earliest opening time meant some families had to cut Thanksgiving dinner short to snag a spot in line by Thursday evening. Still, the crowds came in droves, until they didn't. In the 2010s, a new contender entered the ring and forever altered Black Friday's DNA: online shopping. At first, it was Cyber Monday, the Monday after Black Friday, which gave people a chance at online deals from the comfort of home. But before long, the lines between these events blurred. Retailers noticed that they could start their sales early and capture eager customers who didn't want to wait. By the late 2010s, the one-day Black Friday frenzy had begun stretching into a week, then multiple weeks. Gone are the times when Black Friday sales were one-day-only affairs. Now Black Friday deals are often available starting on Thanksgiving or even earlier. In fact, sales now commonly start weeks before Black Friday and run through Cyber Monday, turning what used to be a 24-hour event into a diluted, months-long promotion. Why the change? Simply put, shopping habits shifted. As buying online became easier and nearly universal, stores realized they no longer needed to lure people into the physical space to make a sale. The traditional Black Friday model, deep discounts for a short window to drive foot traffic, started to crumble in the face of Amazon and internet retail. With the rise of Amazon's own mega sale events like Prime Day in July, competitors felt pressure to offer big deals beyond just Thanksgiving weekend. Soon, every day in November could be Black Friday if you looked at your inbox full of promo codes. A telling milestone came in 2018. That year, for the first time, more US shoppers spent their Black Friday dollars online than in stores. Foot traffic at malls and retail stores began to decline, even if overall sales didn't. In fact, consumers are still spending billions, but more of it is through clicks rather than in-person trips. The convenience of online shopping, skipping the lines, and madness was just too tempting. Why wake up at 4 a.m. and risk life and limb for a TV when you could snag a decent deal on the same TV from your phone while lounging in pajamas? To a longtime Black Friday enthusiast, it feels almost unrecognizable. The frenzy has fizzled, the urgency has been tamed. Sure, people still hunt for bargains, that much hasn't changed, but the ritual around it has. These days, you don't need to strategize weeks in advance or line up at 3 a.m. for the best deals. With a multitude of sales all month, the pressure is off. If one store runs out of an item, you can likely find it online somewhere else in seconds. The result? The collective nationwide surge of excitement on Friday morning has dissipated. One high school senior observed that modern Black Friday deals just aren't thrilling. Retailers take previous deals, change the color, and put Black Friday on it, she quipped, noting that the deals felt better in the past. Another young shopper looked at the lackluster discounts and proclaimed, "It's like it's not even Black Friday anymore." Still, for those of us who remember the old Black Friday, there's a pang of nostalgia. We remember the excitement, the communal madness, the feeling that we were part of a grand post-Thanksgiving tradition. It's bittersweet to see that tradition change. Watching Black Friday's typical insanity decline is bittersweet. Sure, we can appreciate the ease of snagging deals from our living room, but we miss the quirky holiday that Black Friday once was. When it had an almost festival-like quality of its own, Black Friday just isn't the same anymore. The long lines, the chilly dawn gatherings, the doorbuster drama, those have mostly faded into legend and memory. In their place, we have something quieter, more practical, and far less exciting culturally. Progress? Maybe. Inevitable? Probably. After all, our world and technology have changed, so our shopping traditions were bound to change too. As much as things evolve, one thing remains true. People love a good deal, whether we're huddled in a tent in a parking lot or curled up in bed with a smartphone. The thrill of finding a bargain still triggers a little dopamine rush. Black Friday today may be a different kind of holiday, one without the midnight mayhem, but it's still part of our cultural calendar, just wearing a new, calmer face. Perhaps one day we'll explain to younger generations what it's like back in our day, when Black Friday meant adventure and chaos before sunrise. They might shake their heads in disbelief as we click checkout on another online order. And we'll sigh, remembering when Black Friday truly felt like the wild start of the holiday season. Because back then, it was.